laughing not too close. Good afternoon, everybody. It's Friday again, it's 4:30 and it's Trisha time. Wow, don't the weeks pass quickly. At the beginning of the week I thought I'd got so much time, and now here we are on Friday thinking, where's the time gone? What can I do? What have I got to do? I know what I've got to do, but will it all get done in time? Anyhow, I can see there's lots of you coming on to see what I've got to tell you today. Hello, Lindsay. Lovely to see you, as always. Hello, Christine. Good afternoon to you. I wonder what you've all been up to today. Hello, missed that one. Carol. Hello, Carol. Good afternoon to everyone, she says. Hello, Sarah. Lots of hearts going up there. Hello, Annette. Hope you're doing well. Hello, Christine. Hello, Linda. Linda saying hi to everyone. Everybody's saying hi to everyone, but I sometimes read that bit out and sometimes I don't. Hello, Sue, I think that was. Yes. Hello, Sue. Hello, Josie. Oh, Vivian's watching. Hello, Ginny. Hello, Dorothy. Oh, so many of you. Hello, Alison. Well, I suppose you're all winding down for the weekend. Hello, Anne. Just to see what's going on. Now, where I would like to be going, it is the, oh, what on earth is it called? Oh, missed you, Brenda. Good to be back. Good to see you too. Hello, Pamela. Christine making a peg bag out of your William Morris. Ooh, lovely. I was just thinking, one of my bags. Hello, Valerie. That's a new name. Oh, lovely to have you here. If it's your first time of commenting, welcome, or welcome whatever. Hello, Sue. Hello, Liz. Oh, Liz Annette. That's a new name too. So welcome to the group. If it's the first time you've commented, or perhaps you've been watching in the wings. Oh, but it's lovely to see you today. Oh, Annette, but sounds good, but I know probably how you feel. A little bit low and slow, but everything will pick up, I'm sure, and you'll feel a whole lot better in the months to come. It is always a slow process, but yeah, all well wishes to you. Lindsay got her beautiful layer and charms. Fabulous. You've been cutting. You have been cutting. Oh, it's another new name there as well. Beach bag for Poppy. Oh, that's nice. You'll love that. Hello, Leslie. Another new name. Lindsay, what is going on? We're getting so many new people or new names. Perhaps you know. Now, Lindsay's the lovely admin lady on here, and she probably knows more people than I, or she's got a better memory than I, and I get to know lots of names, but when a new one pops up, I think, oh, I haven't heard that one before. But it's lovely to have you all here, and perhaps now that I have some ambassadors, perhaps they're spreading the word. It looks as though different people are seeing what we do, and you'll probably know already that I usually, work permitting, I'm here on a Wednesday, Thursday and a Friday. Wednesdays and Fridays at 4:30, and then on a Thursday it's at 6:30, depending on time again. I quite often do a Thrifty Thursday sale. If not, we just have a chat. I show you different things. Might do a demonstration like we did yesterday. Oh, my mind's a blank. Can't remember what I did yesterday, but it was something. And we did something on Wednesday. That was the faux cathedral window. Now, if it's the first time of seeing this page, you will be able to find all the videos that I've done. So all the Trisha times since March of 2020. And each one is headed up, or it used to be headed up that you could just find it very, very easily. But I think Lindsay kindly puts a PDF in there, which if you look in files at the top, you will find the date for every single one of them and what that particular Trisha time is about. So it's well worth having a look, because I have done so many projects, and my intentions now are that once I've done a show, I may not get all the time, because I've got one this Sunday or two at 7 and 11 in the morning, I don't always get time to do a full demonstration of the projects. So my aim now is to always, in a Trisha time, do one or more of the projects so that you can see exactly how things are made. So welcome Leslie, as I can see your name is still there, and the other two ladies who I said, I'm just scrolling back a bit. Oh, Liz, and there was another one, wasn't there? Oh, I'm terrible. I'm so terrible. Ginny. Well, whatever your name was, welcome. Yes, can't find it. Anyhow, that's roughly how it works. So today we are going to have, yes, I'm looking back. There's Leslie. And afternoon Maxine, afternoon Heather. Valerie, that was the name. Thank you, Brenda. I've just seen your comment. Now, without me saying a word, this just shows how lovely everybody is here. They're welcoming you, which is wonderful. There, Josie's welcoming too, and Brenda. Leslie's our maker. Oh, right, that's why I didn't know. So Lindsay, very kindly runs totally. I've sent my swap off, Lindsay. I am so bad. I am so bad. I should set an example. Now, the Make to Swap group is a lovely group we have. Can't remember how many people are in it at the moment, but every month I do a demo in that particular group, Make to Swap. So Totally Trisha Make to Swap, that's right. In that group, I do a demo once a month for that particular month, and Lindsay gives you a name that you're going to send yours to, and your name will be given to somebody else to send one to you. So it's like a little Christmas present every month. You don't know what it's going to be like. Well, not exactly what it's going to be like, but similar to what it's been to be like because of the demo that I do. But it's a fantastic thing that we do, and there's lots of friendships that have been made through this. So if anybody would like to join, just have a look for So Totally Trisha Make to Swap group and request to join. I think the only thing we ask is that you do at least one swap in 3 months, because it is the demo is purely for the group and for inspiration for them, rather than a group for just having a look. So it's to get the inspiration, make a swap, and actually take part. So as long as you're willing to do that, absolutely fine. Now, we all know that every now and again things come up and you haven't got time to do it, but Lindsay's always there to just send a message to and say, look, I'm really sorry, I can't do it this month, and absolutely fine. So we're not harsh and we're not Hitlers or anything like that, but it is just nice that everybody in the group does take part at least once in 3 months. So let's have a look, see who else is here. Oh, Lindsay's welcoming everybody. Hello, Carolyn. Carolyn's saying hi to everyone. Juliet is saying hello to everyone. And Jill and all the new viewers. Yes, also Stu, I didn't know. Yes. And Janet, lovely Janet, one of the ambassadors, is here. And lovely to see the new ladies too. And everybody else. And you're absolutely right, Ginny. Lindsay is excellent. Without a shadow of a doubt, I don't know what I would do without her. Oh, Alison made it. Lovely to see you today, Alison. And there's Barbara saying hi to all her sewing buddies. And Sheila. Lindsay said, oh, she's saying about the monthly swap. It's going to be huge this month. Not quite record-breaking, but we only need 5 more to take part, and we'll do it. Oh, wow. So, anybody watching today who fancies doing the mug rug, the demo's in the group. If you weren't, well, you wouldn't have been able, if you're not in the group yet, you wouldn't have been able to see it. But it is, I always do things that are quite straightforward, not difficult. Hello, Joy. But everyone has something a little bit different, so it's a bit of a learning curve, and it also allows you to have a go at something which you might then love doing and you might not. So we don't all love every technique, but at least it makes you have a go and see if it is for you. Oh, there's Joanna. Hello. Anne's watching. Oh, Christine enjoyed making hers. Yes, I remember what it was now. It is sitting in front of me, but I'm allowed that at the moment because we've got until the 25th before we know who we're sending to. So this month, Trisha promises that hers will go out well on time. So the actual demo I do is roughly around the middle of the month. And so this month's has already been done. And then you've got until the 25th of the next month. Hello, Jill. The 25th of the following month to actually get it sent out and received by your partner. So probably you've got a good month, put it like that. So it's not something you have to do immediately. Let's see who else is here. Oh, Anne's there. I think I said that. Hello, Anne. And Linda. Hello, Linda. And Sharon. The lovely Sharon from Northern Ireland, who I haven't heard your voice lately, Sharon, but I love that accent. There's Tony. Hello, Tony. Hello-y. Oh, hello-y's Leslie, isn't it? She's not here today. Joanna's made in advance. You shocked yourself. Well, I should be shocked, but I have two, don't I? And yet I'm still really, really bad. But I do have a lot to do. Hello, Janet. Janet loves doing her Wordle, just like me. I usually do it in the evening. And I saw Lindsay got hers in 2 today. Wowee, Lindsay. I haven't had a 2 yet. 3's my best. Now, what's Bridget doing? Hello, Bridget. She's cycling halfway round Grafton Water on a bike quite close to me. Face planted where? Oh, when you fell off in a field full of grit. Oh, no, I'm not laughing. No, I just saw a picture, Bridget. Well, at least it was nice and soft, I hope. Might be quite tall. Was it rapeseed? Was it yellow? Or perhaps it was just green still. Your fault, you came off the bike route. Oh, dear. Yeah, you have a breather and have a listen to what I'm saying. No, I'm not laughing at you because that's not nice. But I know you don't mind. Thank you for telling us. Sharon's basking in wall-to-wall sunshine today. Well, we've had a bit of sunshine, but it's cool. Not really that hot. Hello, Jeeta. Lovely to see you today. My voice is going, I think. Hello, Marion. Couldn't get me on the mobile, so you switched to iPad. Well, do you know, I was just about on time today. I know I'm usually late, but I was up here 5 minutes before time. And I couldn't get onto So Totally Trisha. It's just, Facebook is a nightmare for changing things. Tony, we are talking about the May mug rug. I was. Oh, it was yesterday. Back to, yeah. 4 is my usual, Lindsay. Yeah. It's a bit logical, isn't it? I love it. I shan't do mine until I'm sitting down with my dinner. That's when I usually do it. Bridget would much rather be sewing. I know. So would I. I'm just cutting at the minute. Cutting and more cutting. Yeah, you're right, Ginny. It's beautiful if you can keep out of the breeze. It's lovely sunshine in 5. Lovely, Jeeta. Yes. Yeah, perhaps the further north you go, the better it is. I can see all the leaves all sprouting. Got a few more buds come out on my magnolia, but when we had that bit of chilly weather, it turned them all brown. Where's it been? Overcast in South Wales. Oh, so Tony had made 2, both of them steered left, not straight at all. Not sure what I did wrong. It's just a case, perhaps your fabric was slightly too long in the centre when we lined it up with that line we drew. It's just sometimes it can veer off a little bit. It really won't matter because the idea is there, I'm sure. So don't worry too much. That was just a thing to sort of watch out for, but it'll be fine, Tony. I know we are all very picky about what we've done, and we always point out faults. Don't point out the faults. And nobody else. It looks okay. I'm sure it does, Tony. You're just being a perfectionist. I just think like the majority of us are. And I always say, if you look at it and you can live with it, absolutely fine, leave it. If it's something that you think, oh, I'm going to spot that every single time, then unpick it and do a little bit more. But if it's going wrong, don't go right to the end. Oh, you had to get Jack. Yes. I said that to somebody else, Christine, and they said, what's Jack? Jack the Ripper, Seam Ripper. Yes, absolutely right, Lindsay. Whoever gets it will love it. Everybody really, really, really has come on so much and does far more than they've done since they've been joining in, since they've joined the group. Oh, that's the other thing to the lovely ladies. Liz, Valerie and, ooh, forgotten again. But we have a group, a private group called So Trisha Sews. So if you look for that, that's the place where everybody shows what they've been making and inspiring others. And a lot of you from the beginning would think, my work isn't good enough to put on there. Well, you just put one of your projects on there, even if you're an absolute beginner, and you see what comments you will get about it. If it's help you need, pop a little question on there and somebody will help out. If I see it and I know the answer, you know, I'll add my 4 penneth or 2 penneth. But I'm sure there's somebody who will always answer. And also, if there's something you want demonstrated in particular, I will do my best to do that as well. Sort of fit it into the days that we have for the Trisha times. So, yeah, just lovely to see all of you new ladies as well. So, as you know, or as a lot of you will know, Sunday's the day, and it's come around very quickly. I do enjoy doing it, but I then start to get a little bit anticipant. You're right, Janet, everybody is helpful and encouraging. So it will boost your confidence no end. It really will. You'd love to do a Bargello. Right, Christine, yes, I don't know if I've done Bargello on here. We'll do a Bargello. I love them too. Martin's cooking. I think Martin's burning. Something smells not quite as normal. I can't hear any. Now, I have instructed him to bring me a cup of tea in my special mug at 5 o'clock because I haven't had one for so long. So perhaps he's doing that. Mind you, it'll be cold by 5 o'clock. I've got 10 minutes to go. Yes, it does smell a little bit. Never mind. I'm sure it will taste fine. Don't know what it's going to be, but whatever's dished up later will be fine. I've been threatening to do Bargello for ages, have I? And I've never done it. I do know how to do it. It's not that I don't know. Yeah. Okay. We will see. It won't be next week because I know I should be busy next week with all, well, hopefully orders, but there will be some. I know somebody will buy something, so I should have some things to do. But I will do a Bargello. And what will I do? See, the only thing, if I did a decent sized one, I need space. So if I get my other position, as in downstairs in the conservatory, with a bit of table space, I will do it. A wall hanging size would be nice. You have a new hanger. Lovely. Yes, yeah. I was just thinking, excuse me, I might do it with jelly rolls, or a jelly roll. Or perhaps I should do it a little bit smaller and then you can make it, because I did workshops on it years ago. So, yes, can do. Poor, I know, poor Martin. Josie's got a date for surgery, so you won't be able to sew a crochet or knit for quite a long time. Oh, yes, try Sudoku. Yes, Josie. And I'm sure it will all go well and you'll soon be up and running and doing all the things you want to do. When it's anything to do with the hands, isn't it awful? Yeah. Sometimes my hands get a little bit stiff and I think I don't want arthritis or rheumatism, so keep those fingers going. And I was talking to a lovely lady this morning and she said to me, don't ever give up. I said, no, I won't give up. Things might change slightly over the years to come, but I don't intend giving up. You know, it's gone through my mind, what would I do? And what I would do, I would go back to making things. I would still sew, but I would make things and they would pile up even more than they do now with all the samples that I make every month. And then they just sit there and they sit there and they sit there. So that's one thing I need to do something about those. I know what you mean, Lindsay. I know exactly what you mean. Yes, yes. So, jelly rolls will be good. Have you really, Brenda? I didn't know you had many jelly rolls. No. I've got a few jelly rolls here. They aren't quite as, when I say popular, not so many go as layer cakes, but they are very handy. And I did think, you're going to try macrame, Sharon. Now, I did think with jelly rolls, there was a project I was going to do, and I didn't write it down. I've forgotten what it was, but I thought that is brilliant. I shall have to do a bit of browsing and try and remember what I was going to do. But, yeah. Oh, never mind, never mind. It'll come back to me. My brain, I walk from one room to the next not knowing what I've gone for. I do 2 steps back and then I think, yes, that's what it was. So, and I get sidetracked. You know how it is. So Sharon's going to try macrame. Have I got any tips? No, I haven't really. Start with something simple. Don't go straight into, yeah, a difficult project. Get the basics. I did it years and years ago, and I must admit I haven't done any in ages, but it's lovely. Twisting your threads and what would I would say I would probably get one of the macrame boards, because that way it's easier to secure your threads so that they stay there, and whilst you twist your threads around to make your stitches. But other than that, no, give it a go. Something I want to get back into. I've got those wooden rings, haven't I? Which, as long as I don't sell too many hundreds of bags, I'll have some left, but I can always get more. No, you have to use it or you would lose it. I know. Oh, hello, Joanne. Yes, 4:30. Carol's got jelly rolls to use too. Hello, Patricia. Oh, Maxine's doing a workshop next Friday. Wow. Next Friday. Next Friday. That's what I was thinking about today. I started to say Quilt Village, I think, is on at Utoxeter. And I actually thought, oh, perhaps I could go today, but I've just got too much to do. I think I am going to get to, can't think the dates, but I look through things and think, yeah, that might fit in. Spalding, I think it's called Spring Quilt Festival, and I think it's in May, and I want to get there. But who knows? All good plans. Hello, Christine. And she says, afternoon to everybody. Can you use jelly rolls for a mariner's compass? Depends on the size of your mariner's compass. Now, mariner's compass, I nearly always, Christine, would do foundation paper piecing, because those points and the different shapes of the triangles within it, I think would be quite difficult to actually just do your normal patchwork stitching it together. So as long as it's not enormous and the widest width of the pieces are not bigger than a 2.5 inch width, so there's lots of you probably use depths of colour just to give it that dimension. And I can see it now. So for those that don't know what a mariner's compass is, I haven't got a picture of anything here, but it's basically something done in a circular design. There's no curved pieces apart from the outside if you decide to do it that way, but quite often it's finished off in a square block. But there's lots of triangles, and they're quite pointy triangles, and you've probably got 3 or 4 together, and using a dark colour, a medium and a light, some will stand out from the rest, but it's really, really lovely. So as I say, if your pieces are no bigger at the widest points than 2.5 inches, jelly roll would be fantastic. Yeah. Hello, Judith. You're out for tea tonight. Oh, never mind. Never mind. You can always catch up later. Yes, Jill. Exactly. Pot hangers for spider plants. That was my first thought on them. It was very much a 70s thing, and you haven't done it in many years. No, Joanna, but it's really made a comeback of late. And I know one of my friend's daughter makes so many, and I think she did a craft fair and sold out, and had to go and really sold out, because a lot of people say, oh, I sold out, and they haven't actually, but she had to go home and start making and then just take orders. Oh, it's for a WY ribbon. Oh, lovely, Sharon. Have I? No, Brenda. No, I haven't. I've seen the M7, and that was dear enough. think that's about 5,000. So how much is the M17? Oh, I can't have any more sewing machines. Can't have any more sewing machines. So depending where you are, Maxine, perhaps, oh, Sharon's in Northern Ireland, so I doubt if she'd be able to come and see you, to be honest, unless she's jumping on a ferry. Will I be in Malvern in May? I would love to get to Malvern. What dates are Malvern? It's just my show is on my shows are on the 15th of May. So Valerie, depending on, I haven't got a stand there. I haven't done anything about having a stand anywhere yet. Springs to mind all the time, but it's the work behind it that, you know, as a one-man band and a non-DIY husband, it's hard. I need people. I do need people. Brenda bought the acrylic template. Oh, right, yes. Yep. So, yes, that would make it a bit easier. Oh, Brenda. Oh, bum, bum, my heart. 20,000. I think that is the most expensive machine there is then. Because I don't even think... Oh, it's on the 15th, is it, Dorothy? Oh, that's when my shows are, on the 15th. So it must be... I don't know whether it's Friday, Saturday, Sunday, or just Saturday, Sunday. Doubt it then. That's a shame. Oh, yes, Sharon, it would be lovely for you to do that. Sundowns on Thursday for the quilt show. Ah, I should be packing on Thursday. I've got a real hard task next week. So, Valerie, I doubt if I shall be at Malvern, knowing that. Oh, it finishes on the 15th. You see, if I had got... yes. Yeah, I think the... not the Stellaire, there's another one in the Brother range. XP1, something like that. The one that took over from the Dream Machine was about 11,000. Now, I should imagine they've actually gone up in price now. So, 20 is wow. I would rather, for 20,000, I would rather get that Moxie long arm quilting machine. And then that would save, because that was only about 7. Luminaire. That's right, Sarah. You are the brother lady, aren't you? You know them. So, yes. The trouble, Brenda says, if the computer goes, it will probably cost the same again to fix it and doesn't even make tea. Does it not? I thought it would have been tea and toast, if not toasted tea cakes. That would be lovely. Oh, Sharon can't wait for Sunday. I've just been cutting all the William Morris fabric for those bags I showed you. And I have offcuts, so I'm going to be doing something with those for you. Because the offcuts are pretty big. So I think we're going to have a little giveaway when I get my act together and see what question I can come up with. And because I think you'll love them. So it'll be the bag materials, as in that red honeysuckle one, the brown strawberry thief, the blue honeysuckle, and something else. Can't remember. Oh, the black strawberry thief as well. We could send our quilts to you to be in my spare. Yeah, you know, that's something. I mean, I don't think, you know, TV won't last forever. So there will come a point when I think, no, enough's enough. Not yet. Don't intend quitting now. But if I had a long arm machine, oh, wouldn't that be lovely? I would still, whatever happens in the future, when I, you know, perhaps slow down a little bit, because I am getting old, you know, what would I do? Yes, I would still be doing this. I would still be in contact with all of you and, you know, carrying on this thing, but just do things slightly differently. I've got ideas. Not that I'm doing anything differently yet, but there is so much pressure, time limitations with the TV, and I've been doing it now solely alone for coming up 3 years in July. 3 years with all those projects I have to come up with month in, month out. So, oh Sharon, I'm glad you like. You know me so well, Lindsay. No, if I got, the space in this house sorted out, I need one of the bedrooms, basically. So they're all full at the minute. Unless I chuck Martin out, get rid of the bed, then I could have it in there, couldn't I? I could have a single bed up one end and the quilting machine up the other, because it's quite a big bedroom. Sounds great, but I'd have nobody to cook my tea, nobody to pack my parcels. No. We'll see, we'll see. Well, he's late. My watch says 2 minutes past 5 and the tea hasn't arrived. Perhaps he's trying to salvage, not salvage. It'll go in the shed. Pfft, not at this moment. And when, oh yes I do, Josie, when I get them switched round. So that was supposed to happen this month, but it is not going to happen because that time, that extra week I had for moving the show, oh, I would miss him, wouldn't I? Yeah, I know I would. Was just taken up with, I can't remember now, but I was working, so the shed didn't get done. But saying that, I have got another open day on, now let's work the dates out. I think it's the first Saturday in May, so it will be as the 24th. The 1st of May is on Sunday. Yeah, next Sunday. So it'll be the Saturday after that. So the 7th of May, I shall have another open house for anybody that is in the area or passing through. I just open up the house and everywhere. Who would do Thrifty Thursday? Oh, I don't know. Tracy did it once for me. I'm sure she would. But yes, we do get a bit of fun with it, don't we? Yes. Talking of tea, remember to enter the competition in the swap group. Oh yes, I haven't done. Oh, here it comes.
It's like the good old days.
It is like the good old days. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Yes, thank you. So here, there we are. You see this wonderful mug that Lindsay kindly sent me, oh, ages ago, probably between 18 months and 2 years ago. So, oh, where am I from? I am Valerie from North Bedfordshire, on the borders of Northamptonshire, in a little village, quite a quiet village, but it has its moments. So I don't know where you are, Valerie, but if you're in the area, do pop in. I would love to see you. Do you think that you have to sit straight on at your machine to get a straight line? Yes, I do actually. I sometimes move my chair to the side so that I can, yes, so that I'm looking straight at it. Yeah, most definitely, Tony. Much harder if you're at an angle because you can't see what is and isn't straight. So yes, I would do that. So the Trisha Time mug, and this we're talking going back to in the the mug rug group. Lindsay's kindly got another mug similar to this, which has got make to swap on it, and all of those in the group can have a guess at how many mug rugs will have been swapped by the end of July, which means it'll be going for a year. So if you're in the group, make sure that you give the numbers a guess to see. So you've got 12 months and numbers have grown in the months. So just give a guess to win a beautiful mug just like this. And Martin at one point used to bring me a cup of tea at 5 o'clock every day, sometimes a little bit late like today, but I can't speak really about being late, can I? Not bad. Haven't had a cup of tea in ages. I took to drinking coffee, so we'll pop that down there. So, right. I could witter on forever, couldn't I? And quite a quarter, yeah, look, 5:05 already. So, it's lovely to chat to you all, and I could go on. Hello, Yvonne. So, you joined just at the right time, because I thought what I would show you today, my kits on the shows, I looked through the list of things, and I've actually shown you little bits, apart from the Morris bag and the Vibo hem bag. I've shown you one of the runners, or how to do, that was on Wednesday when I did the faux cathedral window. I've shown you how, and I've got some here. I've got a little one. Oh, have I got a big one? Or is that downstairs? No, this, oh, let me just run off. You remember these I showed you? I've shown you how to do those. Now I'm just going to run off 1 minute because I'm sure I have a big one up here as well. So, oh, there we are, yes. This was one that I didn't use. So, oh, different sizes. I've got some more there. Now, if you remember, I showed you these. So I haven't pressed those properly, but I showed you how to use how to make these little pretty flowers, and I've got another different size one there. So these were made using a charm pack, and then I've got some kits for making bigger ones. And with these kits, I've got them in 3 different yeah, they're lovely to make. I've made 3 different ones. So this is Bluebird fabrics. So one will be in Bluebird, one will be in Tulip, and the other one is in Grace. So similar to these fabrics, but on this size. And in the kits, I'm actually cutting all the hexagons for you as well. So the kits will be really quite easy because you've got everything there to make it immediately. I was thinking about putting little buttons in the middle, but I decided not to. But you could yourself if you decided, or even a little flower in the middle. But they are quite neat in the middle anyway. But don't you think that looks, yeah, it looks so neat. So for anybody that watches Trisha Time, there is a video in the files. Oh yes, of course you had Grace, didn't you? Grace is beautiful. It really, really is beautiful. And I have that on bolts as well, because that's how I'm cutting for these. So, but they're so neat, aren't they? And having your hexagons cut out for you, it's just a case of sit down and sew. Not difficult. A little bit of hand sewing in there as well, but not lots. But it's really, as I say, I made 3. Now, when I stitched them together, this one here, so if you like your English paper piecing, that one's just stitched together by hand. But my samples, I've used the machine. So if you're not keen on hand sewing, to get the shape, you do need a little bit of hand sewing to make these petals. Oh, charm packs are so useful, Sharon. So this is why, I mean, obviously I do have charm packs, but this is why I bring on the shows 5-inch widths of fabric in sets of, I'm doing them in sets of 15. So you get 15 different fabrics, all in one range of fabrics, most of them Moda. They might all be Moda, are they? I don't know. But there's 9 different sets I've brought this time, of 5-inch width strips. So what you have then in your width of fabric is enough there to make, or to cut 8 charm squares. Oh, my tummy's rumbling. 8 charm squares. But at the same time, if you don't want to cut them into 5-inch squares, charms, you've got bag handles there. You've got binding strips there. You've got all sorts. You're now back at the campsite. Fell off your bike again. Oh, Bridget. Oh, Bridget. I thought about riding a bike the other day, and I thought that would be quite fun to get Martin on a bike and me on a bike. Centre Parks, here we come, I say. You could make these shapes with your octagon acrylic. Do you know, Brenda, I haven't tried it. Could I make them? I haven't tried it yet. I haven't. I just wonder. I bet we could. Actually, when I finish tonight, I'm going to see if I can do it. Remind me before I go. But yeah, I think we could. I think we could. Oh, wouldn't that be fun? Yes, yeah. And I could actually tell people that. Because I think I'll have to bring the octagon ruler back again. Sharon, she is a hoot, isn't she? Yeah, we're not laughing at you, Bridget, but, you know, telling us these things, I mean, it's just natural, isn't it? Yeah. I'm sorry you fell off. I'm glad you didn't hurt yourself, though. That is most important. But I bet you laughed too. I bet you thought, oh my goodness, I hope no one's watching. But obviously in front of the neighbours this time. I've fallen over in the street many, many years ago in my 40s. And the first thing I did was look up to see if anybody had seen me fall over. And then I got up, brushed myself off, and off I toddled. Which is what you do, isn't it? Yes, anyhow, so saying about the show things, I've shown you how to do those flowers, those hexagon flowers. I've shown you the faux cathedral window. What else have I done? Can't think what else is on there. Bags. One of the bags uses that technique I showed you, the camellia bag. This is a new one. And that I showed you how to put that zip in a different way. So that bag, so I hadn't even finished off that particular one. I can't see where it is, probably still in here somewhere, but I decided let's make a bag using that technique. So I've shown you that as well, so you actually know a little bit more. The bag with the rings, no, I haven't done that yet. I haven't shown you that one. Yeah, the cathedral window, I've got my, where have I thrown it? Oh, it's down here. It's down here. So this was what I showed you. The faux cathedral window, not in these colours. This was one I made years and years ago. But as I say, I only just finished. Oh, yes. Hope to see you all. Yes. Hope to see you too, Valerie. You take care. And you can always watch this. It will be on the So Totally Trisha page after I've finished. So you could whiz forward and see what you've missed. Okay. So round the edge, can you see the binding? I used that zigzag, which is the stretch zigzag. And it just covers everything. And then on the back, it's quite neat too. Just an easy way of doing it. So, yes, see you soon, Valerie. Thank you for joining us today. Right, I must get on, otherwise we shall be... where are we? I'm going to switch my iron on because we need that straight away. So I'm going to show you, because one of the other things I'm doing, oh yes, with the mini charm packs, that's right. I've got 2 sets of mini charms, which are Grace again and Summer Breeze. So with those, I have made a pouch, a little bit like the boxy pouches, but a slightly different finish. No, I didn't. No, I could have used the twin needle. That would have looked good. So because I've used Quilters Grid, I haven't used it for ages. I thought I would show you how we're going to attempt this. So let's just spin you down a little. Let's see if we can just pull that up a little bit more. Oh, that's better. I can't see. Right, now I can't see your comments anymore. So what I've done, so these are 2.5 inch squares. They were a charm pack, but I cut the charm pack into 4. And if you remember, I think I used some of them for the sunflower wall hanging. But what I thought I'd show, because I'll just explain, purely because Quilters Grid is an interfacing that is fusible on one side. So this side here is textured. It's got lots of little dots on it. And these are dry adhesive, which when heated with a hot iron, not a wet iron, not a steam, but with a hot, dry iron, and not the maximum heat, just hot, because if you put it on maximum, it will shrivel a bit, because I've done it, so I know. But you've got the textured side being the adhesive side, and then the smooth side is the side that you would iron onto. So because you can see it is actually divided into 1 inch squares, you may think it's only for 1 inch squares of fabric or 2 inch squares, because you've got your lines in it in a 2 inch if you go here, or 3 inch squares, or the fringes, the 4 inch squares, but you can use 2.5 inch squares as well. So it's just a little bit of thinking, and not difficult thinking in any way, shape or form. So I just thought I'd do a little piece just to show you. Did I drop one there? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No. So I will pop that under there. So I have cut myself actually an 8 inch square of Quilters Grid. And I have cut myself all these 2.5-inch squares here. And all we're going to do, now I've done that wrong already. Here we have the smooth side. What we want to do is have the textured side, so the adhesive side facing up. So I can feel that that is adhesive. You don't want to put your iron directly on there, otherwise it will stick to your iron. Now, what we do, even though these are 2.5-inch squares, and there are no 1/2-inch lines, we can still line up at the 5-inch, at every 5 inches. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So all we need to do is cover, so I can go into that top corner because that is on the inches. And when I lay my next one to it, up to the top, you can see that lines up with the 5-inch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're absolutely fine. The other thing, it's very forgiving, because if that doesn't quite meet, it doesn't matter, because that is going to be in the seams. So you can see the half a square is there and 2 down to here. So we just line up with the lines. We'll put a green one here. Now I've only done it so that there's 9 squares, so that it doesn't take forever. What shall we put here? We'll put a burgundy one just there. And we will put a red one here. And you can see I've done it slightly bigger, because I didn't want to cut it at 7.5. I wanted to cut it at just slightly bigger. So there's 1/2 inch here, there'll be 1/2 inch here. So where shall we put that? So perhaps we'll put the blue one there. So if you're asking any questions, I will look at them when I've finished. So okay, I've covered all of my quilters grid now. Now it's probably a good idea just to trim this excess away, because I don't want that to stick to anything. And at the moment, those 2.5-inch squares are not stuck down to anything. You don't have to trim it away, but I'm just knowing that I'm bound to get the iron on there, and I don't want to mess it up. Saying that, I do have iron cleaner, which is like a little stick, and it is really, really good. So I have my quilters grid covered. And now I've got my hot iron. I'm just going to turn it down a little bit, because that might be too hot. What I'm going to do first of all, I'm going to dab onto here. I'm not going to iron, I'm just going to press to just melt a bit of that adhesive, so it's nice and hot, like so. Okay, now I know that they will be held a little bit, so let's see. So if I move this now, they're not all going, no, they're not falling off. Once I know each of them are stuck down a little bit, I can then turn that over, and now I can iron on the back. Now I can see little lumpy bits or air bubbles, so I know it's not totally fused. So all I'm going to do now is now I can tell that that is just the right heat, because it's moving across. I'm just smoothing the iron across it for about, and right to the edges, for about 10 seconds. And what you'll notice is these brown lines go a real mustardy gold colour, and then you know, there we are, I think that's about right. Then we know that that is totally stuck down. So now I can lift that up and I can wobble it about, and it's fine. Now you can see there's little lines there, doesn't matter at all. So let's just put the iron out of the way, and we won't knock it off or over because that's hot. And now we are going to stitch. So I'll move the pressing mats out of the way. It's just reminded me, this is a wool pressing mat, and I've got these on the website. And my weekend deal, for those that are watching at the minute, I have a weekend deal on the pressing mats. So if you, I can't remember the prices, but I have reduced them all from up to £7. So there's a saving to be had there if you'd like. So that would just be on this weekend. I'll mention it again before we finish today. So I have my quilters grid attached to the fabrics, and they are all beautifully held in place. So I'm just going to come in now to the let's just see. Oh no, that's a bit, there we go. So all we need to do now, I need to go out a little bit, that's better, so you can see it all. All we're going to do now is we are going to fold. Now you can see how that easily flips over there, and it's because we've lined them all up. I don't have to press it. That has just folded over very, very simply, because we've lined them all up with the lines on the quilters grid, and that's all lined up beautifully. So all I'm going to do, just see, on some of them you'll be able to see the brown line down there where they're lined up. Where it's lined up at a 1/2 inch, you won't see there. But I'm just going to use now a 1/4 inch seam allowance, and I'll stitch with a 2mm stitch length because we're doing patchwork. And I'm just going to lay that under my needle. Whoops, just line that up. We want to have a 1/4 inch. That's better. And I'm just going to stitch down here. Whoops. Slowly we're going to stitch down here, or not too fast. And you can see, a little bit of a wobble there, but we should be fine. One more, and then we'll cut the threads. Okay. So we've stitched that first seam. You can see there. And then I'm going to fold over along the next line. And you can see how easily, whoops, it's gone there. You can see how easily that folded. Or what we could do is this way up, turn it up the other way, and we'll just finger press that down. There we are. I'll just use my nail to get there. And then we're going to do this seam as well. So that just flips over. And here, as you can see, there isn't a mark on the edge because we are 1, 2, whoops, and a half. That's better. The sun's coming in there now. But this is 2.5 inches here. So again, I'm just going to stitch down here, and I'm just lining up the edge of the foot with that folded edge of the fabric, and clip there. So we now have 2. We've got the seams there, and our raw edges have disappeared. They are enclosed in here. They're enclosed in those seams. So we do still have raw edges here though, and here. So this time, I like my seams to go in the same direction, so we'll have them both going that way. And we'll just press that there. So the next thing I'm going to do is fold that way, and yet again, that folds over nicely. But what I don't want, can you see how my seams are this way? So if I go under here, my foot is going to press against the seam. So actually, I'm going to stitch from that way. I'm going to start on the other side and move that over like so. Now what I should do, and I will do, having done that first set of seams, I will press those. So let's just bring this in here. I want to press them nice and flat. Now, there is a choice here. What you could do is trim that folded edge off and open up your seams, but I don't press my seams open. I like to press my seams together and to one side. So I'm just going to carry on the way I always did, and that is keeping those seams intact. And then I'm just going to press the front as well, like so. And then that gives me a nice flat surface to work with. So we'll go back to, I think pressing as you go is a really good thing to do. So as I say, we can either press, we need to do these seams here. So let us fold that over. I can see those, that's it, that's the right way now. I can see that line because I've got one, whoops, here, 1, 2.5. I can see the line on the edge here. So I've just folded that over and it went down very, very easily. And now I'm going to stitch down here. And this time I can see my seams are going towards me, which means the presser foot is not pushing them up or out of place. So now I've got that seam, and now I'm going to do the same with the next one. I'm just going to fold that over too. So that is there. So you can imagine working on a much bigger piece. We're just going to carry on stitching the same direction across all the seams. So we will just pop this down here. And it's just a really nice, easy way to get accurate 1/4 inches and also very or perfect intersections. Now, can you see how these points here, normally we would line individual squares up, and sometimes these wouldn't be in exactly the right place, but you can see there how they are perfect. Now, that's not me. That is the Quilters Grid that is doing this. It has made life simple. I'm just going to press again. It's made life very simple and given us a perfect finish. So again, oops, you see now too hot. See what I've done? Scorched it. I've got my, oh dear, that's it. That's because I had my iron too hot. Didn't bother to turn it down a little bit. So let's just test it. It's not going to affect the patchwork in the end. So tested that and that's fine. So never have it on too hot, because that is going to, as I say, melt. Can you see how I've done that? Melted it a little bit because the iron was too hot. No steam either, as I said. The steam actually doesn't allow the adhesive to work properly. So all I'm going to do now is just give it a press from the front and here, and there we have our beautiful patchwork, our beautiful squares. Whoops. Oh, Trisha, that's better. Beautiful, beautiful squares there with those perfect points. And that is Quilters Grid for you. Now what I was going to do with this is just put a backing square of fabric and make it into a little pincushion. When I say little, yeah, I wanted it smaller than that, but I will do something else with it another day. But a wrist pincushion, I saw somebody wearing a wrist pincushion the other day and I thought, oh yes, so you might see some of those next time using a bit of Quilters Grid, and perhaps with smaller squares, because it really helps to get smaller squares. I mean, if you're using 1-inch squares, say, I think you'd probably say, I'm not stitching 1-inch squares together. Far too much like hard work. But with Quilters Grid, it makes it simple and straightforward. So there is our Quilters Grid. Very, very easy to use. Let's come back up here. So if you've never used Quilters Grid before, it is, can't use the letter next to the O on the keyboard. Now every word oh, that's all right. Yeah, so there. And as I say, I didn't do anything special. Oh yes, I will do the triangle grid again as well. Hello Beverly. You are, I've just finished, but I've been using Quilters Grid, which you can see. You just made a small cushion cover with 1 inch. Yeah, I'm sure it did, Yvonne. And using Quilters Grid would make it really, really easy. But I thought that would come into, it's too big. I thought about putting it, this, a pin cushion, a wrist one is a little bit too big. But I'll make this into a pin cushion, and you can see, I can show you. And as I say, it's the Quilters Grid that makes this happen. It's not me. So if you want your perfect points or your perfect meetings, very good. I know. If you want your perfect intersections like this, Quilters Grid is your friend, just like Jack is. Okay, Beverly, yeah, you have a look later. Oops, what am I doing? There we are. Let's just see. It is certainly a game changer. That's it. Oh, yes, so, oh, everybody was watching intently. Yes, there's the twin needle there. We did do the twin. I didn't use it on the quilt, but we did do it today. Yeah, these are, what are they? Are they Hope Blooms, I think? Sharon loves Quilters Grid. Karen loves Quilters Grid. I don't know if she's here today, but yeah. Bittersweet Lane. Yeah, it could be Bittersweet Lane. Yes, I think it is Bittersweet Lane, actually. Yeah, terrible. Let's see. Can you do the triangle? Yes, I will, Judith. Just made a small pin cushion. Yep. And Beverly's going to look. And Sharon made a pin cushion using Quilters Grid and the 1-inch squares. Yes, yes. Thank you, Maxine. Yes, so that's what I wanted to show you today, because this same technique of using Quilters Grid is used with the mini charm packs, the Summer Breeze and Grace, on the shows on Sunday. And if I get a chance to show you that, one of the things within it as well, for those of you that had the Regency Somerset Blues subscription boxes and made this, what you'll know is that inside, let's just have a look, here we are, inside, to make it very easy, we had raw edges, but this is what we've got on a couple of the things actually. Joanna's used Quilters Grid a few times. It's very good. It is. So also a couple of the projects will use this technique of covering, and it's really, really neat. But it makes the construction of the full project really easy if you haven't. I mean, we liked lined things, don't we? I mean, that is lined, as you can see, and sometimes, and then we've got nice neat around there. But sometimes it makes life a little bit more difficult, and you have to think about it. If you, when you line it, you don't have the raw edges. Okay, Judith, you enjoy your weekend, and yes, I'll see you on Sunday. Don't forget to drop some emails in on Sunday if you think about it. Any pictures of things you've made is always lovely. So yes, that's one of the other techniques we'll be using on the show as well. So yes. So what more shall I say? Yes, I'll just remind you that on the website I have reduced, there's 4 different sizes. There is the 6-inch square wall pressing mat, there is the 8-inch square, the 12-inch square, and the 12 by 18. Thank you, Jill. Well, I hope so. I've cut all the pieces now, so I've got to I've got all the 5-inch width strips to cut as well, so there's still plenty to do. And I've only got Saturday afternoon to do it, as well as prep everything for the shows, so never mind. But yes, if you're on the lookout for a wall pressing mat for the first time, or you might want to add to your collection, as there's 4 different sizes, they're on the website at a good price. So thank you so much for joining me. I hope you'll join me on Sunday morning, either at 7 or at 11, or at both if you're up. I know lots of people do get up very, very early. So, oh, thank you, Barbara. We'll see. Yeah, even the 6-inch wall pressing mat is extremely useful. I think that, let's see, 3 2.5 is 7.5. Yeah, you might just about be able to press this on a 6-inch one. And also using it at an angle, the diagonal is a longer length on a square, so you can always twist your things. Oh, Janet will be there at 7. Lovely. Thank you, Yvonne, and thank you, Alison, and thank you, Margaret. And Patricia will set her alarm for Sunday. Fabulous. So have a lovely weekend, everybody. Thank you for joining me, and I will see you on Sunday and then next week. Take care, and bye for now.